The following is a presentation of WRDN Sports. Welcome to the Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com. Now, with today's Panther Preview, here is Brian Winnekins.
From the Bauer-Built Sports Complex tonight, boys high school football as high school sports returns to WRDN for the 2022-2023 season. This is the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. Once again, good evening, Brian Winnekins. Didn't the school year just end with baseball season ending? Wow. The summer, where did it go, right? And we are now kicking off our 2022-2023 sports broadcast season for Durand High School. And tonight, it's Panther as the Panthers take on a longtime rival from the Dun St. Croix, Spring Valley. Of course, Durand in the Clover Belt Conference. Remember that for the football season. Kind of weird, I know. But so the Panthers in the Clover Belt along with Mondovi, Spring Valley in the Dun St. Croix. But Spring Valley had a heck of a year last year, and but they've lost a bunch of their players to graduation. So we'll have to see what's different for the Cardinals. Same with Durand. They've lost some pretty key players, but have some key players returning as well. And it's going to be one of those things. These first couple of games, the young guys are going to have to step up. And we're going to find out a little bit more about this year's Panther football team. We'll be chatting with Coach Rod Rosemeyer coming up. And on the way, well, the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard has a whole bunch of games on the schedule for tonight. We'll tell you who's playing where. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand Panther boys football on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. Yes. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. So we get ready for tonight's Durand Spring Valley boys football game. Let's run down the schedule on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Altoona will be at Fall Creek tonight. Cadott at Stanley Boyd. Osseo Fairchild hosting Cumberland. Mondovi at Gale Electric Trempealeau. Colby hosting Neelsville Granton. Augusta will be at Pittsville. Cochrane Fountain City travels to Brookwood. Pepin Alma hosting Elmwood Plum City. Luther at Blair Taylor. Independence Gilmanton will host Boyceville. Glenwood City at Oliva Strum. Colfax is at Whitehall. Cadott again will be at Stanley Boyd. Clear Lake traveling to Cameron, and Turtle Lake at Webster. Menominee, they're traveling to Rice Lake. Somerset hosting Bloomer. Grantsburg will play at Amory. St. Croix Central is hosting Spencer Columbus Catholic. Hayward plays at Osceola. Arcadia is at Ellsworth. Full slate of games going on around the area on this first week of high school football. Coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, well, we're going to talk with Durand head coach Rod Rosemeyer and get to know the 2022 Durand Panther boys football team. We'll chat with Coach Rosemeyer coming up next here in the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand Panther boys football on WRDN.
At Advent Health, nothing is more important to us than you. We're here to care for you, ease your mind, and lift your spirits. Our medical expertise and network of care can help you meet your health challenges, hurdles, and hardships with hope, with courage, with confidence. Today, tomorrow, and in the future, we are here when you need us the most. For the latest updates on coronavirus, visit coronavirusresourcehub.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. As we get ready for tonight's Durand Spring Valley boys football game, joining us, Durand head coach Rod Rosemeyer. Coach, the summer is done, training camp's pretty much done, and I guess welcome to 2022 football. Tell us about this year's Durand Panthers.
Well, I think after a game tonight, we'll be able to tell you a lot more. We learned a lot at the scrimmage. There's always good things you see at a scrimmage, and there's things that you got to work on that maybe you didn't think you had to work on as much before. So the scrimmage told us a lot. You're always impressed at the scrimmage by some kids that surprise you in a good way, and we saw that. And so it's a chance for kids to show us what they can do in live action. You don't always get that at practice. So it was good to see some good things from some kids that we weren't sure about. Once the games start, that we're hoping they continue to progress and get better. And there was obviously mistakes at the scrimmage, and we just want to improve on those.
Well, let's talk, I guess, offensively. What are we going to see this year?
I think our scheme is going to be very similar to last year. We're going to be a run-first team like we've probably always been in Durand for the last 15 years. We feel we have some guys that can catch the ball and throw the ball. So there's always a threat of a passing game. We're a play-action passing team where, we need to set up our run in order to throw the ball. And we need to do that effectively. And we're pretty pleased with the way our linemen are developing in our run game. So we're hoping our run game can carry us, and that's going to open up our passing game.
Meanwhile, defensively?
Yeah, we lost two of our three linebackers. We lost a couple of really good D linemen and two or three of our four defensive backs. So we lost some guys at each level, lineman, linebacker, and D-back. So we are trying to replace those guys. It's like pieces of a puzzle. You're trying to put a puzzle together, and the pieces this year are different than the pieces of previous years, and that happens every year. And you just try to get guys in the right spot.
So, we did lose a bunch of players. This is the time when the young guys really have to step it up.
Yeah, you always look forward to a sophomore becoming a junior. It seems like that's where kids make the biggest jump athletically, maybe in their strength and their speed. So we're looking forward to some of these guys who were JV guys last year as sophomores coming in and stepping up this year on the varsity level, and even freshmen becoming a sophomore. Sometimes you get that kid that's a little more advanced, a little more physical in nature, and he can play as a sophomore. A couple of those we're looking at, and we hope they can make. And then, of course, you got to have your seniors be good leaders and step up and play and lead these young guys.
Talking with Durand, Arkansas football, Rod Rosemeyer this evening as we get ready for tonight's Durand Spring Valley boys football game. So, Coach, you mentioned it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle for the kids because they might be making that next step up, but it's also a puzzle for you as a coach because you got to try and mix and match. And this kid has to be coached one way, but that kid has to be coached another way.
Yeah, there's no question. Especially younger guys, you got to be a little bit more patient. Older guys who have had a little varsity experience last year or the last 2 years, you kind of expect a little more from them and expect them to know a little bit more of the scheme we're putting in. So, yeah, those puzzle pieces are different. And sometimes you got to move those puzzle pieces around. Last week at the scrimmage, we had a couple injuries, and some guys had to step out. So we had to move. Ethan Whitwan went from a linebacker to a D end, and Seth Bauer moved up to play a little D tackle. So there's guys that might have to move around and play different positions, but at a small school, you're going to have that because injuries are going to happen, and we just got to fill in wherever needed.
That's scrimmage every year. It seems like we can't just escape it. One year with no injuries.
I don't know. For some reason, the scrimmages become kind of a bugaboo for us. Where you're right, we don't come out unscathed. And we lost Braden Havens during the scrimmage, but it does not appear it was serious, and he should be good to go tonight. So. In that respect, it's good to have him back, and I think we can get guys in the spot we planned on them being in.
Taking on Spring Valley tonight, very strong team last year, but like every school, there's a thing called graduation, and they've lost a lot of players.
They lost an extremely good quarterback. They had an extremely talented receiver and a back, but they were very young in the line, and they have a lot of those guys back. So they are going to be experienced on both the offensive line and the defensive line, and they always are well coached. They're always an athletic team. They never have a lot of size, but they're pretty physical and they're pretty fast. So they're going to be as good as they've always been. I don't expect to see any kind of a drop off from them. That's just the way their program is. And their quarterback did get injured last year, and they had a very good young guy step in, and he'll be their quarterback this year. So they do have experience returning at the quarterback spot. So they're going to be a very good team. It's a very good week one matchup, and it's going to be a good test.
What are you wanting to see from the football team tonight?
You know, we have to have good snaps in our offense. We kind of got that short shotgun snap, and if we don't have a good snap, we're losing 3 yards on the play automatically, and now we're in a 2nd and 13, and so our centers have to be very consistent with their snaps. That's where it's all going to start. We're excited about the potential of our run game. We feel we have some pretty good offensive linemen returning, so we want to establish the run, and Spring Valley will give us a good test on that. In our passing game, again, we have to hit some of our play action passes. On defense, we got to fly around. We're kind of young in the defensive backfield, so we need some guys to mature in a hurry, and Spring Valley will test them. I'm sure they'll be able to pass the ball. Spring Valley has an extremely fast running back in this Justin Riley, so we need to corral him and get guys to the football. So there's just a lot of things we need to see tonight.
Meanwhile, you know, we haven't mentioned about special teams. Last year, you know, we had place kicking, which, you know, we were making field goals, which was like, what? Durand? Have you found someone this year to take those duties?
We got a couple kids that have been doing that. We probably don't have anybody quite the caliber that Gunner was. Gunner had a good leg, and he was pretty accurate. Very good kickoff guy, and he made a few field goals and extra points. So that is right now a work in progress, and every week we're hoping to get a little bit better at that. But as of right now, we're probably not as strong as we were last year.
Bet you're wishing, geez, I wish we had some type of a soccer program, at least for the kicking part of it.
Yeah, that would help. That would be nice.
Well, good luck tonight, Coach. It's always, again, the first game is always one of those. I know it will, you know, it could potentially play something into playoffs farther down the road, but this is almost just like both teams are trying to figure out what's what, and so we might see some sloppy plays. We might see some silly penalties and things like. We just have to get through this first week.
Right. These first 2 weeks of non-conference is still a learning experience for a lot of guys, and we hope we get them up to varsity speed by the time we hit conference play in a couple weeks. So, yeah, these first 2 weeks, it's almost an extension of the scrimmage where we need to get experience. We might be moving guys around in order to put them in the right spot. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of learning going on.
That is Durand, Arkansas football coach Rod Rosemeyer coming up. Starting lineups and kickoff. It's Durand, Arkansas taking on Spring Valley and boys high school football coming up next. On Real Country 1430 AM stereo, WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM, translator W297CH, Durand.
Right now, health is in every headline. But are we actually taking care of ourselves? At Advent Health, we're making sure you can safely check in with a medical professional. Schedule an appointment with your primary care provider or book a virtual visit right from your home. We're taking every safety precaution so you have easy access to care. There's never been a more important time to take care of your whole health. It's time to check in. Download the Advent Health app or visit adventhealthdurand.com.
Looking for your favorite country hits from the 60s through the 2000s? Then our new internet channel is just for you. Rural Root Country has all of your classic country favorites, along with rural lifestyle programs from Brian Winnikins, Susan Littlefield, Sabrina Halverson, Betsy Freeze, and more. It's easy to listen. Just log on to ruralrootcountry.com and hit play. Sign up for notifications of new programs and features. For all your country hits and rural lifestyle programs, listen to Rural Root Country at ruralrootcountry.com.
And once again, good evening. I'm Brian Winnikins, along with Brighton Norby, who is running the camera tonight. And thanks to
Brighton for volunteering to do this and help us out. And again, welcome to the Bowerbilt Sports Complex, as tonight we have boys high school football with the Durand Panthers taking on Spring Valley. Should be a pretty good game tonight between these two teams. And of course, we do have some rain in the area, and that could play into this as well. Let's hope the rain's okay. The lightning is where we may have the problems. So let's hope we don't have any of that here this evening.
Bowerbilt Sports Complex for tonight's non-conference football matchup between the Cardinals of Spring Valley.
We'd also like to say a special welcome to the men and women serving in the military, listening to our broadcasts on our website at realcountry1430.com. We'd like to say thank you for your service, and we hope tonight's broadcast brings you a taste of home wherever you may be serving. And a special thank you to Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealtymidwest.com. And Adams Super Service, your Napa Gold Car Care Center, Durand. And they are our streaming audio sponsors at our website at realcountry1430.com. We're a few moments away from the Sliforth Auction first quarter. Thanks to Chuck over at Sliforth Auction Menominee. Visit them in Mondovi, rather. Visit them online at sliforthauction.com, as they are our first quarter sponsors. And thank you to Sliforth Auction in Mondovi. We'll also be thanking all of our high school sports sponsors throughout the night as well. Please thank all of these businesses and organizations. Can't really say this enough. We can't stress it enough. Without the support of these businesses and organizations, we would not be able to do tonight's game. So please thank all of our businesses that we're going to talk about, all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their store and tell them thank you for doing this, because without their support, we would not be able to do this. We're going to go down to the field for our national anthem.
Will the Durand, Arkansas Silver Saber Color Guard, under the direction of Sergeant Gracie Wood and Co-Sergeant Amber Wobelia, will present the colors, and please join us in the singing of the national anthem performed by the Durand High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Kevin Peterson.
As the Durand High School Color Guard comes out onto the field. And our national anthem this evening from the Durand High School Marching Band. As we are just moments away from tonight's Panther Cardinal boys football game and the Sliforth Auction first quarter. And thank you to Chuck over at Sliforth Auction in Mondovi. sponsoring our first quarter tonight. Panthers are in their home uniforms, the purple uniforms, gold helmets with the white numerals. And for Spring Valley, they are in their white uniforms with the red numerals, the black pants, and the white helmets.
Starting defense for the Cardinals, number 1, defensive back, Wyatt Governoski.
So Wyatt Governoski starting as one of the defensive backs. He's also the quarterback. Tanner Dykes is coming out as a defensive back. He's also one of the running backs as well.
At defensive back, number 8.
Number 6, Caden Robelia. Also Justin Riley, number 8, coming out for the Cardinals.
The defensive lineman, number 40, Cole Steinmeier.
Again, thank you to Cyforth Auction Service of Mondovi, taking consignments for online auctions as well. You can also book an auction. Just visit cyforthauction.com. They're our first quarter sponsor. Also, thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations. Find out about pre-planning services online at goodrichfh.com. SFB Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy, 212 West Prospect Street, Durand. Advent Health Durand, time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit adventhealth.com for more information. And Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. Call them now for end-of-year tax planning, 672-4425 to schedule that appointment. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. All right, and Panthers, they always come out as a team as well. At least that's how they have in the past.
The Durand Panthers wish to be introduced as a team. So let's welcome the 2022 Durand, Arkansas football team.
So here's the Durand, Arkansas Panthers. Now, the Cardinals did win the toss. They deferred, and so the Panthers will get the ball to start. We are moments away. Game number 1 of the high school football season. Game number 1 of our high school sports broadcast season. Over the next 6 months or so, 6 to 7 months, we will be doing nearly 80 games on WRDN. It is Parents' Night tonight as well. During our halftime show, we will be chatting with the Durand, Arkansas School Superintendent Greg Doverspike as well about the new school year and about the school board meeting from earlier this week. All right, going back deep for the Panthers. Ryan Mason back deep. Also, Dawson Hartung back deep. Panthers will be going from left to right. The Cardinals right to left in the Cyforth Auction first quarter. Kicking off will be Cade Stasic for the Cardinals. And here we go, and we are underway. Short kick. And it's going to go out of bounds. So the Panthers will get some nice field position at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Durand, Arkansas. All right, so here we go. The first offensive play of the game to see the 2022 Panthers. Do have a few sprinkles in the area, but so far the storms have stayed away from us, which is a very good thing. So Eli Whitwam in the back along with Dawson Hartung. So they line up, 2 wide receivers on the far side. Wingback goes in motion. This time it's going to be Whitwam. Straight ahead he goes. Bounces off one tackle, and then he spins forward and up to about the 38-yard line.
Jack
Madison in on the stop for the Cardinals. So make it 2nd down and 7.
Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 from the 38.
Panthers come to the line, 2 wide receivers on the far side. Ryan Mason's the wing back on the right. Ooh, a little leaning forward, but they don't call it. Straight ahead we go is Dawson Hartung. He gets maybe a yard, and that's it. Joel Anderson, number 68, blows that play up.
Third down and 6 from the 39.
And so now the Panthers come to the line. And waiting for the snap. Wait, now we get a whistle. Whistle and penalty.
Ball start, Durand. 5-yard penalty.
So 5-yard penalty on the false start.
Third down and 11.
Third and 11 from the 34-yard line. Those of you watching our broadcast, special welcome as well. Those of you watching on the Durand, Arkansas YouTube channel, also on Tech Channel 99. Yes, we know the scoreboard is showing both teams have 100. We do see that. We will try to get that fixed here, but calling the game's more important. Throwing it deep, back to pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Ethan Hurlbert. Coverage by Spring Valley from Tanner Discus. The scoreboard was working fine, but now suddenly we do have the proper time. Just ignore the first one on the score, and it's 0-0. If you're watching the game this evening. All right, so back deep now for Spring Valley is Discus. Good snap. High floating punt. And it's going to take a Panther bounce, and it'll go out of bounds at the 34-yard line, and that's where Spring Valley will take over with 10:38 remaining in the Cyforth auction first quarter. Thank you to Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance. They're your answer for clean, cost-effective propane for your home energy needs. Shaw's Gas, downtown Durand. Also, NTech, your premier communications and entertainment provider. Endless Summer Fitness and Tanning with around-the-clock fitness and tanning access downtown Durand. And also the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency. Hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. Please thank our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible on WRDN and on our YouTube channel at Durand Broadcasting WRDN. So 1st and 10 for Spring Valley. Single back in the backfield now, and it's going to be a handoff, and that is to Discus. Straight ahead we go. Check that.
Diego
Schmidt with the carry. So that was Diego Schmidt, number 25. And Herman in on the stop for the Panthers, and it'll be 2nd and 5. Call it 2nd and 4 from the 40-yard line. Two wide receivers here on the near side. Governoski now waiting for the snap. Single back in the backfield, two wing backs. And it's going to be a pitch over to Riley, going out to the left. Breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, and then he's finally taken down by Hartung and also Mason for the Panthers. And a gain up to the 42-yard line. Big third down coming up. That pitch wasn't crisp right on. Almost turned into disaster on the pitch back to Justin Riley. And so Governoski now will bring the Cardinals to the line. Third down and a long one. Governoski under center. Single back in the backfield in Schmidt. Wide receiver goes in motion. Governoski keeps it himself. Fumble! Loose ball. Who's got it? Or was it a shovel pass? It was a shovel pass. Wow. And they didn't call a hold. But so 1st and down and up to the 45-yard line. Wow. So 1st and 10 now for Spring Valley. Cardinals come to the line. And waiting for the snap is Governoski now. Hands it off to Schmidt. Schmidt goes on the right side of the line, crosses the 46, falls forward up to the 49-yard line. Ethan Whitwam in on the stop for the Panthers. No score with 8:55 remaining here in the Cyforth auction first quarter. This game number 1 of the football season. And coming up to the line now is the Cardinals. As Skowronski now under center, waiting for the snap. And it's going to be a pitch. That's going to be to Riley. Riley going around the left side, breaks one tackle, stretches forward, but they're going to say he was down. He will get the first down.
Justin Riley on the carry.
Dawson Hartung in on the stop for Durand. And into Panther territory, we have a injury timeout. Number 70, Angus Martin is down. Thank you to Jerry Bear & Sons, featuring dog and pet food from Nutrisource and Diamond, located by Annabeth Silo, Highway 25 Durand. Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. The Chen Fitzsmith Funeral Home, serving the Mondovi area. Find out about pre-planning funeral services by calling 926-3630. Or visit chenfit-smithfuneralhome.com. Bauer Built Tire, for all of your tire needs, rotations, and oil changes. It's Bauer Built Tire, Prospect Street, Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their store. Please tell them thank you for doing our sponsorships and sponsoring these broadcasts, as they are the ones that make these sponsors or these broadcasts possible. All right, we're ready to go. Skowronski now under center now. Single back in the backfield. Hands it off to Schmidt. Schmidt straight ahead. Pounds the ball forward and all the way up to the 41-yard line. And in on the tackle, Dawson Hartung for the Panthers. Ethan Bruner also in on the stop. First drive for the Cardinals tonight. They deferred, so they will get the ball to start the second half. Gain of 4, second down and 6, we'll call it. Skowronski now under center. Schmidt is the single back in the backfield. Single wide receiver on the near side. Wing back up, and now we get all kinds of whistles. And what do we have here? Do we have offsides? Do we have offsides? Offsides on Spring Valley. Interesting. And so they'll move it back 5. And it will make it second down and 11. So a free 5-er for the Panthers.
Second down and 11 from the 46.
And so the Cardinals come back to the line. Again, single wide receiver here on the near side. Single back in the backfield, wing backs left and right. Wing back goes in motion. Handoff straight ahead. That is Schmidt. Crosses the 45 and gets down to the 44, but then he's hit by a wall of Panthers. In on the stop. Whitwam in on the stop. Also, Havens in on the stop. Braden Havens, number 56 for the Panthers. Or third down now, a 9 rather, for Spring Valley. Clock running down to 7 minutes remaining here in the Cyforth auction first quarter. Cardinals come to the line. This time, 2 wide receivers now on the far side. Wing backs left and right, single back in the backfield in Schmidt. Skowronski now waiting for the snap. Man goes in motion, and it's going to be a pitch. That's over to Discus. He's going to the right side. He crosses the 40, gets hit right away. Then after that, down to the 39-yard line of the Panthers. Ryan Mason in on the stop. It'll make it now 4th down, and we're going to call it 4. Of course, the Cardinals at this point, they're like, we're going for it. So a big play here, defensive play coming up for Durand. Panthers now want to try and get the stop. Cardinals come to the line. 2 wide receivers here on the near side. Wing back left and right, single back in the backfield. Skowronski now waiting for the snap. And he's going to pitch it back the other way. It's on the ground. It's a loose ball. Who's got it? And it looks like the Panthers. It's still a loose ball. Regardless, the Panthers will get it because they will not convert the 4th down. But coming up with the loose ball is Ryan Mason at the Panther 43-yard line. And so it will be 1st and 10 for Durand.
1st and 10, Durand from the 43.
And so Panthers come to the line, trying to maybe try and get a chance at getting some momentum going here. Waiting for the snap. Handoff this time is to Hartung. He's going to go around the left side. Goes up the middle. Crosses the 45 up to the 50-yard line.
and Caden Robelia with a tackle.
So Robelia in on the stop.
7 on the play.
Gain of 7, and second down now and 3. Panthers come to the line right at midfield. Clock running down to 5:30 here in the Cyforth Auction first quarter. Wingbacks left and right. This time it's going to be a direct snap. This time to Whitwam. Straight ahead he goes, and he's going to fight for it, but he was hit pretty hard by McCaden Parsons. But it looks like oh, they're going to say Dawson Hartung with the carry. All right, up to the 48-yard line should be enough, or 47 should be enough for a Panther first down.
From the 47.
And that's what they say. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Panthers come to the line. Whitwam and Hartung waiting for the snap. Single wide or 2 wide receivers on the far side. Going in motion is Mason. Pitch to Mason, going to the left. He's crossing the 45. Puts his head down at about the 42-yard line on the far side.
Mason on the carry.
So Mason, it's a nice gain.
Parsons
Parsons in on the stop. Call it a gain of about 6. Second down and 4 at the Cardinal 42.
From the 42.
Panthers trying to take advantage of that fumble by Spring Valley. Panthers come to the line. 2 wide receivers here on the near side. Whitwam and Hartung waiting for the snap. Single wing back in Mason on the left. Man comes in motion. And now it's going to be this time Hartung straight ahead he goes. Dodges, weaves, bobs, keeps his head down, gets enough for a first down, all the way down to the 35-yard line. And so nice run by Whitwam. Forster helps in on the stop for Spring Valley. So 1st and 10 now for Durand. As the Panthers now come to the line from the Cardinal 35. Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. Mason wing back on the right. He'll go in motion. This time it's going to be Whitwam. Straight ahead he goes. We're going to have a change of pace. He'll get down to the 30-yard line. Quick 5 yards for Durand. Schmidt in on the stop for Spring Valley. 2nd down and 5 now from the 30-yard line, we'll call it. Panthers have a nice drive going. Whitwam and Hartung now waiting for the snap. Mason is the wingback on the right. This time high snap. This time to Hartung. He's going to go to his right. Has to jump over one and kind of blew up that play was number 25 Schmidt. Finishing it off was Forrester. That Coach Rosemeyer is talking about the snap. Have to have a good snap, and it just kind of wasn't a very good snap, and that kind of blew that play up as well. 3rd down and 3 from the Cardinal 28. So, Panthers come to the line now. Whitwam and Hartung waiting for the snap. Mason goes in motion. This time to Whitwam. Straight ahead he goes. Puts his head down. Tries to fight for it. He's going to be short. As all kinds of Cardinals came in and blew that play up as well. They pushed him back. Schmidt leading the way for the Cardinals. 4th down. 4th and 1 from the Cardinal 26. Well, we're going for it now. So another big play coming up for both these teams here in this Cyforth Auction first quarter. Clock running down to 2:29. No score. Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. Mason, the wing back on the right. Mason goes in motion. This time it's going to be to Hartung. Straight ahead he goes. He's got enough for the first down to the 24-yard line. Thank you to the Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom. A lot of fall items already now on the shelf at the Cottage, downtown Durand. The JKO Auto Body Shop, featuring metal fabrication, also collision repair and car restoration. It's the JKO Auto Body and Rod Shop, Madison Street, Durand. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Durand Fresh Market. Don't forget to visit their website, sign up for their texting club where you can save some extra money from Durand Fresh Market. Pitch over to Mason, goes to his left. Oh, he's going to be tripped up, otherwise he was going. Schmidt saves a touchdown, I think, because he managed to trip up Mason. but not until Mason gets down to the 21-yard line. Clock running down to 1:35 remaining in the Cyforth auction first quarter. So Whitwam and Hartung now wait for the snap. Single wide receiver on the far side. Man goes in motion. Handoff this time to Hartung. Going to his right. Breaks one tackle. Breaks another tackle. Crosses the 15 down to the 12. And in on the stop was Justin Riley. And they wanted to put a replay up, and they got the sound on me. There you go. Anyway, first down, and they are at the 18-yard line. Panthers come to the line. Whitwam and Hartung now waiting for the snap. Two wide receivers on the far side. Mason is the wingback, and it's going to be reversed back to Mason. He breaks one tackle going up the middle. First handed it off to Hartung. Hartung to Mason. Mason straight ahead, and he'll be all the way up to the 8-yard line. Second down coming up in about 5. .33 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Panthers will have plenty of time to at least do another play. Whitwam and Hartung now waiting for the snap. Mason wingback on the right. And it's going to be to Hartung. Hartung gets around the corner, breaks one tackle, tries to dive for it, and he's going to be short. 1 yard line. He'll be knocked out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, by the way.
The 1 yard line.
So first and goal for Durand, Arkansas, as they are looking to get the first score of the game and the season for the Panthers. Hartung and Whitwam now waiting for the snap. Mason is the wingback. He'll go in motion. It's to Hartung. Straight ahead he goes, puts his head down, touchdown. Touchdown, Dawson Hartung, as the Panthers complete a very nice drive to lead 6-0. So the Panthers will go for 2. This is kind of something they've done for many, many years. They always go for 2, it seems like. Last year with Gunnar Hurlbert, pretty good place kicker. They would kick extra points, but not too often. So waiting for the snap is Mason and Whitwam. And it's going to be play action. Mason or Whitwam back to pass. He throws. It's going to be incomplete. And so with 10 seconds remaining in the Cyforth auction first quarter, it's Durand, Arkansas 6, Spring Valley nothing. Thank you to O'Galley Cheese Factory. Visit O'Galley Cheese Factory for all of your snacking needs, featuring cheese, locally made beef sticks, sausages, and more. Open 7 days a week, Highway 25 Durand. Numbers Are Us, Common Sense Bookkeeping, and more. They're a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor and daily money manager. Call 672-8093 or visit them online at numbersrus.com. Also, Durand Smokehouse. For all of your grilling needs, visit Durand Smokehouse, Highway 25 Durand. Ask about the beef and pork bundles. 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom. Building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Visit wwt.coop and Provisions Health of Durand. Changing the way you experience healthcare. Visit provisions.health for more information. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. And online at our YouTube channel at Durand Broadcasting WRDN. So please thank them. Give them a call, drop them an email. Visit their store and tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Also, special thank you as well to Mr. Dover Spike and the Durand, Arkansas School Board as well, and the school district, allowing us to be able to video the game and put the audio to it. And more importantly, thank the school district because they do not charge to watch the game. There are some school districts that are now charging to watch these streams, so the Durand, Arkansas School Board made a point of saying, nope, we are not going to do that to our residents. So please thank the school board as well for that. All right, we're ready to go. And it's Whitwam to kick it away with 10 seconds remaining. And a pretty good kick. And it's going to be taken by Rebelia at the 20 to the 25 to the 30. Straight ahead he goes, bounces it out to the near side, stays on his feet, still on his feet. Whitwam's trying to pull him down, and he crosses the 50 all the way down to the Panther 46-yard line. And that's where Spring Valley will start. And that's the end of the Cyforth auction first quarter with the Durand, Arkansas leading 6-0. It's Panther football on WRDN.
That's the end of the first quarter of play. Durand 6. Durand, Arkansas.
To be honest,
6.
garage ads are geared towards getting rid of items that are not so important anymore. But when it's something treasured or the selling of a farm or business, you need something more profitable. Cyforth Auction Services of Mondovi specializes in farm equipment sales, estate sales, dairy and collectible sales. Sellers with online auctions, Cyforth Auction will come to your home to list your items. And buyers never miss an auction. Download the auction app at SEYFORTH auction.com. Cyforth Auction Services, Mondovi.
And welcome back to the Mauer-Built Sports Complex as at the end of the Cyforth auction first quarter, 6-0 Durand, Arkansas, as we get ready for the Thrivent Financial second quarter. Thank you to Darcy Brown and the Red Cedar team at Thrivent Financial, sponsors of our second quarter. And so it will be 1st and 10 for Spring Valley after a very, very nice return. And they will have it at the Panther 46-yard line. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Governowski brings the Cardinals to the line. Schmidt will be in the backfield as the single running back.
10, Spring Valley. From the 46.
Everybody bunched up on the right, and it's going to be to Schmidt. Straight ahead he goes on that right side, tries to cut back in, but falls. And he'll be down at the 41-yard line for a gain of about 5. Mason in on the stop.
Ryan Mason on the tackle for the Panthers.
So 2nd down and 5 for Spring Valley. Again, Durand leading 6-0. As Governowski now waiting for the snap. And quick throw to the left. It's a backwards pass, but caught by number 10. Looks like Stasic. He'll be out of bounds, enough for a first down. Hartung runs him out of bounds. So 1st down for Spring Valley.
Dawson Hartung on the tackle.
From the Panther 35. Well, Panthers did force that, they recovered a fumble on that 4th down play, and that's what led to their score. Governowski now brings the Cardinals to the line. 2 wide receivers on the right. Schmidt, the single back in the backfield. And it's going to be this time Governowski keeping it himself. Goes right, cuts left, and back into the inside. And missing the tackle was Whitwam, at least initially on the cutback. Hartung, though, does make the stop, but not until Governowski gets down to the 37-yard line, we'll call it. Or check that, the 32-yard line. And so 2nd down and about 8 now.
From the 33.
We'll call it the 33-yard line, all right. Cardinals now come to the line. 2 wide receivers now on the, single wide receiver on the far side. Again, single back and Schmidt in the backfield. Riley's a wing back, and he's going to go into motion. And then this time it's going to be Governowski handing it off straight ahead. And actually that was Trevor Forrester, it looked like, number 5. Yep, Forrester. So a little bit of a change of pace there for the Cardinals. And he gets enough for the first down to the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Weisenbeck in on the stop for the Panthers. So Forster is now the single back in the backfield. Riley, the wing back on the right. He'll go in motion. Handoff this time. Oh, Governowski keeps it himself. The second effort will go up the middle and cross the 20 down to about the 19-yard line. And Mason in on the stop for the Panthers. So second down now. Clock running down to 9:55. Panthers lead 6-0.
Second and 4 from the 19.
Second and 4 from the 19. Cardinals come to the line. Governowski under center. Forster is the running back in the backfield. Man goes in motion. This time it's going to be back to, nope, it's going to be a pitch over to number 10, Stasek. Stasek breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle. It falls forward, crosses the 10 up to the 9-yard line. That'll be enough for another first down. Had a chance to blow that play up was Hurlbert, but didn't happen. And so first and goal now for the Cardinals.
First and goal from the 9.
And so Governowski gets the new play. And he'll bring the Cardinals now to the line. Again, 9:30 left in the Thrivent Financial second quarter. Darcy Brown and the Red Cedar team, your Thrivent Financial advisors in Menominee. Governowski now waits for the snap. It's going to be a pitch over to Riley, going to his left. Oh, and he's going to get sacked. What a play that time by number 11, Dawson Hartong. He managed to make the tackle. He grabbed onto his shoes, and that was it. So a loss back to the 11-yard, make it the 12-yard line. So second and goal.
Loss of 3 on the play.
Loss of 3.
Second and goal from the 12.
And so Cardinals come to the line now. Forster's the back in the backfield. Single wide receiver on the near side. Governowski under center. Man goes in motion. And it's going to be a reverse. That's to number 10, Stasek. Stasek gets it out to the right side, and he's going to get hit initially at about the 6-7 line. He bowls forward down to the 5. Making that first hit was Ethan Hurlbert. And so third and goal coming up now from the Panther 5.
Gain of 7. Third and goal from the 5.
So Cardinals now come to the line. Governowski under center. Back in is Schmidt. He might be the battering ram in the backfield. And it's going to be to Schmidt. Puts his head down, pushes forward, and he's going to be short by about a half yard. Well, the Cardinals knocking at the door now. Whitwam in on the stop, fourth and goal.
And Ethan Herman on the stop.
And Herman as well. So it's fourth and goal from, we'll call it, well, from my angle, the half-yard line. Cardinals come to the line. Panthers dig in. Schmidt, the battering ram, ready to go. Single wide receiver on the left. And they're just going to give it to Schmidt, and he ends in touchdown. And we are tied.
Diego Schmidt, 1-yard touchdown run.
And so it makes it now, we are tied at 6. And they'll go for the extra point. And so a ball down, kick is on the way, and the kick is good. And so with 7:09 remaining in the Thrivent Financial second quarter, it's Spring Valley 7, Durand, Arkansas 6. Thank you again to Durand Napa Farmers. Visit Durand Napa for custom hoses, bulk fluids, filters, tools, parts, and more to keep your equipment running on the farm. Harvest time just around the corner. Durand Napa. Also, Alcivia Co-op. You know, while we're talking about summer, remember, winter isn't that far away. Have Alcivia Co-op Small Engine Center tune up that snowblower before the snow flies this winter. Also, the Cell Block. They feature a soup and salad bar weekdays from 11 to 2. They have daily specials as well. That's the Cell Block, downtown Durand. Martin Transport. Visit their website at martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. The Durand Improvement Group. Many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events throughout the year. Visit DurandImprovementGroup.org for more information. Ryan Sports Shop. Visit Ryan Sports Shop for all of your fishing needs. You know what? And don't forget to check out the 24-hour bait and tackle center at Ryan Sports Shop. and Annabis Silo, your Coyote tractor dealer. Annabis Silo, Highway 25 Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcasts possible here on WRDN and on our YouTube channel at Durand Broadcasting, WRDN. Give our sponsors a call, drop them an email, visit their store, and tell them thank you for supporting these broadcasts. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to do this, so please thank them. And we are underway. Short kick, that's going out of bounds. Oh, and it will go out of bounds. Nearly didn't. And you're always kind of afraid of just leaving it there because it's a live ball. But the Panthers will take over at the 35-yard line. Cardinals leading 7-6. Brian Winnikins along with Brighton Nordby. He is running our camera tonight. Thank you to Brighton for doing that. And hope you're enjoying our broadcast tonight from a pretty nice night here at the Bauer Built Sports Complex. The storms have stayed away, and that is a good thing, especially that lightning. So, 1st and 10 now for Durand. Hartung and Whitwam wait for the snap. Two wide receivers here on the near side. Man goes in motion in Mason. It's going to be a pitch to Mason. He's going to go around the left. To the 40, to the 45. Stays on his feet, crosses down to the 50, and that's where they'll officially mark him. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Durand. As Ethan Hurlbert now doing some of the quarterbacking duties for Durand. As Hartung comes out. So Ethan Hurlbert now will bring the Panthers up to the line. Mason's also in the backfield with them. Two wingbacks, or a single wingback on the right. This time to Mason. Mason trying to stretch it out, can't do it. Blowing up that play is Schmidt. Totally blew that play up as Mason tried to string it out to the right. Could not get around the corner. Loss back to the Panther 48.
Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down, 12.
So 2nd down and 12 now for the Panthers. And now we get a whistle and a timeout. Oh, equipment problem. Okay, now we're okay. Now it's ready to go. So Panthers come to the line. Two wide receivers here on the near side. Waiting for the snap is Hurlbert. Man goes in motion. And this time Hurlbert straight ahead he goes. Crosses the 50. Falls forward and reaches to the Cardinal 46. Kind of a dangerous way to and Schmidt with the stop. Don't hang on too tight enough, and that ball goes flying. There were a lot of Cardinals there.
3rd down and 6 from the 46.
So 3rd and 6 now. Coming back in for the Panthers, Whitwam. Going out is Brady Weber. And so the Panthers to the line. 3rd down and 6. As waiting now for the snap. And it's, bad snap, but Mason comes up with it. Wanted to throw it, can't do it, and he's going to be sacked. Well, that's that snap wasn't there, and it's going to be a loss back to the 49-yard line. Durand will now have to punt. Cardinals lead 7-6, clock running down to 4:50 remaining here in the Thrivent Financial 2nd quarter. Darcy Brown and the Red Cedar team are Thrivent Financial Advisors in Menominee. Visit their offices in Menominee. So here we go. Good snap this time. And kick, Riley will have to let it go by him, and it's going to stop, and it's going to be all the way down. Oh, did they touch it? I guess they're going to say it's touched at the 3-yard line. Okay. So Panthers touch it. That's all they got to do. And the Cardinals start deep in their territory. Heck of a punt.
Down at the 2.
So the punt by Ethan Hurlbert pins the Cardinals in the shadow of their goalpost with 4:22 remaining. Coming up during our Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show, we'll be chatting with the Durand, Arkansas School Superintendent Greg Doverspike. And we'll have some NASCAR news as well. It's Parents' Night, by the way, so they'll be recognizing the parents. So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from their 3-yard line. Governowski now will be under center. Schmidt in the backfield. Single wide receiver now on the left of the formation. Handoff to Schmidt. Straight ahead he goes. Crosses the 5 up to the 9. And in on the stop, Eli Whitwam. But a nice gain of about 6, call it. 2nd down and 4.
Eli Whitwam on the tackle.
As Spring Valley now gets the next play, and Cardinals come up to the line. Governowski now under center. Schmidt, the single back in the backfield, single wide receiver on the left of the formation. And it's going to be a handoff again to Schmidt. This time Whitwam again makes the stop quick. Maybe we'll call it a yard. 3rd and 3 coming up now. So big 3rd down here coming up. Panthers can get the stop and get the ball back with good field position with plenty of time as well.
3rd down and 3 from the 10.
Governowski now waiting for the snap. Man goes in motion. Whoa! The Panthers jumped. Automatic 1st down. That hurts.
Play on the play, offside,
So,
Durand.
1st down. Oh, that's one of those penalties that get coaches, give them gray hair.
5-yard penalty. Enough for a 1st down for Spring Valley.
So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals now at the 16. Now we'll see if the Cardinals can take advantage of the free 5er and get some kind of a drive going here. Leading 7-6, and they get the ball to start the 2nd half. Governowski now under center. Schmidt, the running back, hands it off to Schmidt. Nope, it's Governowski keeping it. He's going to cross the 20. And he fumbles the ball, loose ball. And coming up with it is Discus, but back at near the line of scrimmage. And I'm not sure if it was Whitwam that made the initial hit. But they'll say it's a gain of 2 after all of that, even though Governowski was up at about the 22-23 yard line. And so, again, it was one of those that could have been disaster for the Cardinals. As Governowski now under center, 2nd down and 8. He's going to pitch it this time to Stasic. Stasic tries to cut back the other way. He ain't going anywhere. Good defense there. And in on the stop, number 39, Cole Weisenbeck in on the stop.
Cole Weisenbeck with the stop.
Back all the way, let's see where they're going to, well, they're going to say really a loss of about 1. 3rd and 9 now coming up. Stasic tried to go to the left, then he tried to cut it back inside, and, well, that wasn't going to happen. And so now, minute 20 remaining here in the Thrivent Financial 2nd quarter. Darcy Brown and the Red Cedar team, your Thrivent Financial advisors, serving the Menominee and Durand area. No, now Governowski's going to wait, and he's going to use up some time here. And now we get whistle and timeout. Timeouts, Panthers, with 1:05 remaining in our Thrivent Financial 2nd quarter. Cardinals lead 7-6. Coming up, we have our Security Financial Bank and Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency halftime show. And we will be chatting with the Durand, Arkansas School Superintendent Greg Doverspike about the school board meeting from earlier this week and about the upcoming school year, which is starting just around the corner. So we'll talk with Superintendent Doverspike about that. It just seems like we were wrapping up the school year and graduation, and it's summertime and getting ready for our first dairy breakfast of the season. And now it's like first football game of the season. Here we go. But a pretty nice evening here at the Bowerville Sports Complex. If you have a chance, come on out and join us here for the 2nd half if you'd like. So, 3rd and 9, we'll call it.
9 from the 17.
And Gavranoski now under center. Schmidt is the running back in the backfield, single wide receiver here on the left. And it's going to be a pitch. Back the other way on the reverse, that's Riley. Riley tries to break one tackle, he'll be way short. And he'll be brought down at the 21-yard line. Timeout, Panthers. They want to save some time with 56 seconds remaining, because Panthers are going to get the ball back. Seth Bauer in on the stop.
Durand, their first of the half.
And so timeout, Panthers. Thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, your authorized location for monuments from Lifetime Memorials. Call the Goodrich Funeral Home of Durand for more information. SFB Security Financial Bank. Secure your future with your community bank. Security Financial Bank, Prospect Street, Durand. Advent Health of Durand, healthcare close to home. And Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. Call them now for end-of-year tax planning. 715-672-4425 to schedule your appointment today. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. Give our sponsors a call, drop them an email, visit their store, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to bring you tonight's game. So we're getting ready for a punt here. And that might be Mason. And high floating, nearly blocked. Mason makes the catch at the 40, tries to retreat. Oh, and he gets taken down by number 6. And that is Robelia back at the Panther 38-yard line. So a nice kick. And that's where the Panthers will start with 45 seconds remaining here in the Thrivent Financial second quarter.
First and 10, Panthers from the 38.
And so, see if the Panthers can get a drive going here. Two wide receivers here on the near side. Is waiting for the snap is Whitwam and Hartung. Whitwam hands it off to Hartung. He's going to go to his left. Straight up the middle, crosses the 40, crosses the 45, up to the 47-yard line, short of the first down. So the Panthers have to take a timeout.
Timeout, Durand, their second.
Panthers have one timeout remaining. Thank you to Shaw's Gas, offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances, and along with installation and service, Shaw's Gas, downtown Durand. Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Adams Super Service, your Napa Gold Car Care Center, downtown Durand. Prime Realty and Adams Super Service are our streaming audio sponsors as well at our website at realcountry1430.com. And Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand, and the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, hometown experience, working for you and not individual insurance companies. Oh, we got the Packer game tied at 3, by the way. Okay. It's kind of cool how they can put stuff like that up on the scoreboard. No? Okay, so there's the update on the Packer game, tied at 3. All right, so second down and 2 for Durand, Arkansas, at the 47-yard line. Two wide receivers here on the near side. Whitwam and handoff is going to be straight ahead we go, as that was Mason. Mason with the carry from the wingback position, and he gets enough for the first down. That stops the clock. Anderson in on the stop, but they have to reset the chains, and once the chains are set, then we'll start the clock. Just inside Cardinal territory, here we go. Back to pass is Whitwam. He's going deep, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Hurlburt. And so second and 10. And in on the coverage for Spring Valley was Stasek. From the Cardinal 49 is where the Panthers have it. 20 seconds remaining. Cardinals lead 7-6. They get the ball to start the second half. And so man goes in motion in Mason. Back to passes Whitwam. Quick pass to Mason, out of bounds. Gets a few yards.
Pass completed.
And so it'll be up to the 46-yard line.
Tackle made by Justin Riley.
Riley in on the stop for the Cardinals. Gain of 3 on the play.
3rd and 7.
3rd down and 7 now for Durand. 16 seconds remaining, by the way. And so they get the play in. Ethan Hurlbert looks like he's going to be coming up doing the quarterbacking duties. He does. And now we get a timeout. Timeout Durand. I don't think they like the coach was like, I don't like the way this is lining up here, and this isn't going to work, so they had to take their last time out. They get a Jerry Barron Sons with custom-made feed for livestock from Hubbard Feeds, located by end of Silo Highway 25 Durand. Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. Also, Bauer Built Tire and Service. Let Bauer Built Tire and Service take care of your automotive needs under one roof. Give them a call at 672-8300 or visit them online at BauerBuilt.com. The Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom. A lot of fall items are now available. It's The Cottage, downtown Durand. The JKO Auto Body Shop with car restoration and collision repair. Call the JKO Auto Body Shop, Madison Street, downtown Durand. And Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store, Durand Fresh Market. Sign up for their texting club and receive some extra discounts from Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand. Packers lead 10-3. Okay. So here we go. As back to pass we go. And it's going to be thrown deep. And it's incomplete. And so we have one more pass. For those of you watching on Channel 99 or our video, we do know that there's a problem with the scoreboard. Yes, we know the score is not correct. We apologize for that. Just take off the 1. It's 7-6. Again, we apologize for that. Sometimes in the first game, some of the equipment doesn't work the way it's supposed to, and we don't want to turn the stream off to take off the scoreboard. So please bear with us. Throwing deep. And it's going to be incomplete. So we're going to get, well, that's 4th down. And so there's 2 seconds remaining, so the Cardinals will get one chance out of it. Do understand that I know we've had a couple people text me saying, fix the score. I can't fix the score without turning off the camera. So if you want us to turn off the camera, we can do that, and we'll bring it back in about 10 minutes because that's what it's going to take. So apologize, but we're just going to have to live with what we got here. All right, here we go. As the Cardinals this time, they're just going to go ahead and take a knee to end the half. So at halftime, Spring Valley leading Durand, Arkansas by a score of 7-6. And we are getting ready for our halftime show with Jerry Barron's son, or with Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, and also SFB Security Financial Bank. We're going to talk with the superintendent, Greg Doverspike, about the school board meeting. We're going to chat with him about that here coming up. We'll also have an update on our national news as well. We'll do that. And we'll even have some NASCAR news as well coming up as we have the halftime show. It's Parents' Night tonight, so with that, we're going to have an extended halftime. So halftime's going to be about 20 minutes. And so, again, they're going to be introducing all of the parents. They're getting them lined up right now, and then they'll be doing that. So we'll have an extended halftime. So we'll have a few extra things than we normally do during the halftime show. Again, we'll chat with Greg Doverspike with the Durand, Arkansas School District about the school board meeting from earlier this week and also the beginning of the school year. We'll also get some coming up. We'll have a check of some national news from ABC Radio News. That's all on the way. It's Panther football on WRDN.
investing, what comes to mind? Is it a portfolio that builds interest, or is it doing things that hold your interest? At Thrivent, we believe money is a tool, not a goal. And with the right guidance, it can afford you a life rich in meaning and gratitude. I'm Tracy Fairweather with the Red Cedar team, and I'm here to help. For purpose-driven financial solutions, call me at the Red Cedar team at 715-235-2660 or visit us on Facebook at the Red Cedar team.
Time for the SFB Security Financial Bank and the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency Halftime Show. Brought to you by Security Financial Bank. Secure your future at Security Financial Bank, Durand, River Falls, Eau Claire, Ladysmith, Bloomer, and Black River Falls. And by the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, your independent insurance agent, downtown Durand.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Your hometown auto owner's insurance agents working for you. The Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, downtown Durand.
ABC News, I'm Lionel Moise. Former Vice President Mike Pence says he's willing to consider testifying before the House January 6th committee, but slammed Speaker Pelosi and House Democrats for including only a few Republican members.
The fact that the January 6th committee was formed in such a partisan way, I think, has been a missed opportunity.
Pelosi has said she rejected some Republicans suggested by House Minority Leader McCarthy, who then did not put forth any others. A Michigan judge has blocked county prosecutors from enforcing a pre-Roe v. Wade abortion ban that would have allowed providers to be charged with a felony. A British man nicknamed one of the Beatles by his captives because of his English accent has been sentenced to life in prison. There are more than 14,000 monkeypox cases in the U.S. Gustavo Morales is working with a nonprofit and health officials to increase New York City vaccination sites.
The systems were not ready to serve these communities, so there's a lot of anger. There's also a lot of fear.
This is ABC News. Tearful testimony in a lawsuit over the crash that killed NBA star Kobe Bryant.
On the witness stand, Vanessa Bryant cried and struggled to maintain her composure as she told the court about feeling betrayed when she learned that sheriff's deputies and firefighters had taken personal photos of the crash site where her husband Kobe, daughter Gianna, and 7 others died. She said they violated her daughter when they took photos of Gianna's body. Vanessa Bryant said she suffers grief and anxiety because of those photos. Bryant is suing L.A. County for the photos, which have never gotten out publicly but were allegedly passed around between sheriff's deputies and firefighters. Alex Stone, ABC News.
A rally in New York for author Salman Rushdie after last week's stabbing attack. PEN America CEO Suzanne Nossel.
We gathered to stand with Salman, our stalwart leader and comrade who is enduring agony wrought by a 33-year-old vendetta, a death warrant that refused to die.
Lionel Moise, ABC News.
In luck from O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Landis Sims' passion has always been baseball ever since he was a kid.
Show him your wind-up and your pitch.
Despite being born without hands or feet. Now he's the subject of a new documentary and varsity player for his school.
You got to work through your challenges in baseball, and everybody does that. It's not just me, so it kind of relates back to everyday life.
And that's In Luck.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all of your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices and excellent customer service from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. It can happen so easily. You're out with your friends or coworkers. You're putting back a few drinks. A few becomes a few too many. It's time to go, and for a moment, you think of calling for a ride. Nah. You're a good driver. You live nearby. You can make it home okay. What are the odds you'll get pulled over? And even so, what's the worst that could happen? You lose your license. You lose your job. You total your car. You kill someone. It only takes one mistake to change your life, or someone else's, forever. Play it safe and plan ahead to get a ride. Drive sober or get pulled over.
With classes starting again, now is a perfect time to show your school spirit with the new Panther mascot debit card from Security Financial Bank. SFB's Panther debit card is free with each new checking account, and SFB will donate $10 to Durand High School for each new card printed this school year. Now that's something to cheer about. Stop in the SFB office in Durand or call 888-254-0615 to make an appointment today. Go Panthers! Security Financial Bank, member FDIC.
The Brewers and Cubs playing the first of a three-game set at Wrigley this afternoon. I'm Bill Scott with sports. With the wind blowing out, the Brewers have home runs from Andrew McCutchen, Hunter Renfroe, and Rowdy Tellez, but trailed the Cubs 8-7 in the top of the eighth inning. The Cubs had 2 home runs today as well. Both teams into their bullpens this afternoon. The Brewers started the day trailing St. Louis by 3 games in the Central Division. Packers getting ready to host the New Orleans Saints in preseason game number 2, their only preseason home game. Packers held joint practices with the Saints earlier this week, and the Green Bay defense really shined. Coordinator Joe Barry likes what he sees so far.
The thing I've been really most pleased with, not only the last 2 days, but all of camp, we've talked about playing with great effort all the time, not a sometimes thing, but an all the time thing. And, our 16th and 17th practice against the Saints, they played hard and they played fast and they played physical. And that's the thing that I'm looking for right now. And they did that. So it was good to see.
Packers GM Brian Gutekunst said quarterback Jordan Love progressing, but he'd like to see more tonight.
I think he's recognizing things faster and letting the ball rip. So for me, in preseason, I want to see him move the ball. I want to see him score, take care of the ball. He did some of those things last week, which I think were very impressive. But he's got to continue taking the next step. But he's really doing some nice things, and I like the way he's working.
Football Badgers open their season September 3rd against Illinois State. Badger quarterback Graham Mertz.
Yeah, it's felt like that for a while now. But, it's been good. Guys been working great together, really coming together as a group. So, we got a couple more we got to take advantage of, but we're ready, man. We're excited.
Badgers will host a free open practice for fans on Sunday at Camp Randall Stadium. Gates open at 3:30 with the practice running until 5. Adam Scott has the lead at the PGA's BMW Championship today. He's at 10 under through 15. A 3-shot lead over Scotty Scheffler, Cameron Young, Corey Connors, and defending champion Patrick Cantlay. Midwest League tonight, Wisconsin at Cedar Rapids. Beloit is at South Bend. Bill Scott, Wisconsin Radio Network.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Gotta go. Where'd I put... wallet. Check. And, phone. Check. Lunch. Check.
Checking for the things you need doesn't take long. But what about checking for your safety? At checktoprotect.org, it only takes seconds to check for open recalls on your car and find the closest dealer who can make the repair for free. Before you go, take a minute. Visit checktoprotect.org. Check to Protect is a program of the National Safety Council.
With classes starting again, now is a perfect time to show your school spirit with the new Panther mascot debit card from Security Financial Bank. SFB's Panther debit card is free with each new checking account, and SFB will donate $10 to Durand High School for each new card printed this school year. Now that's something to cheer about. Stop in the SFB office in Durand or call 888-254-0615 to make an appointment today. Go Panthers! Security Financial Bank, member FDIC.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Your hometown auto owner's insurance agents working for you. The Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, downtown Durand.
Welcome back to the Security Financial Bank and Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency halftime show, brought to you by Security Financial Bank and the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency. Halftime of tonight's Durand Spring Valley Boys football game. And joining us right now is Durand, Arkansas School Superintendent Greg Dover-Spike. Talk about the school board meeting from earlier this week and all the preparations for the school year. And Superintendent Dover-Spike, thanks for joining us. What happened to the summer?
That's a good question. It is kind of June felt like it went really slow, and then July and August has just flown by. So, but no, it's actually been a really good start. We've had staff in this week with PD, professional development, and in-service, and it's been a really great week. A lot of positive energy in the building, so I think we're off to a really great start right now.
And with the school board meeting from earlier this week, we had a school board member
resign. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Tammy Hoyt submitted her letter of resignation effective the end of the meeting on Wednesday night. So obviously we want to thank Tammy for her many years of service to the district. She's been on the board all 11 years I've been here and was on before I got here. So, she's put in a tremendous amount of time related to the school board, and we just want to thank her for all of her time and commitment. It's kind of a thankless job, but she's done a great job, and she's definitely going to be missed.
And so what will be the process now to replace Tammy's on the board? Was she an at-large, or was she for a certain section of the district?
Yeah, all of our seats are apportioned, so they're all based on location. So her and Lori Myers actually serve on the board from the city of Durand and the town of Durand seat. So we've actually posted the position. It's gone out on our website, and I believe it went out on our social media account as well. And then it'll be in the paper for the next couple of weeks. And all interested parties that reside within the city of Durand or the town of Durand can send a letter of interest to the school district, the district office, P.O. Box 190, by, I believe, September 9th at 4:30 is the cutoff date. And then the board will meet the following Wednesday. We have our next board meeting on the 14th of September. And depending upon the number of candidates, we'll either do an interview process if we have more than one candidate. If not, then the board will decide kind of the candidate that they want to select, and then we'll hopefully swear that candidate in on the 14th, and there'll be a city member of the school board starting on September 14th after the process. So if you're interested, by all means, reach out, send me an email, give the office a call, or if you have any questions, or if you are interested in the position, you can either email me a letter or drop it off or send it in the mail. Any of those things related to kind of declaring your interest in the position, and we'll kind of go from there with the process.
Talking with Durand, Arkansas School Superintendent Greg Dover-Spike during our halftime show of today's Durand Spring Valley football game. The board also approved the Safe to Return school plan after a public hearing, but again, this was something that basically just was to check off a box, and that's for that ESSER money, right?
Yeah. In order for us to receive the ESSER 3 money, which is our COVID relief money, we have to every 6 months formally have a public hearing and approve our return to school plan. As I said at the meeting, the return to school plan really is basically gone back to normal. We're asking people, masking is optional, as it's been for a while. You do not have to quarantine if you're a close contact. And then in relationship to if you're COVID positive, you can return to school once you're symptom free and fever free for 24 hours, which is exactly the same language we use for strep throat, influenza, flu, any of the other common illnesses that we see on an annual basis. So it's really just a formal process that we have to go through as a district. But in terms of, are we doing anything differently because of COVID to start this year? We're not going back to what we had to do the last couple of years. We're actually kind of going back to what is normal, or what would be considered the new normal.
Talking with Durand, Arkansas School Superintendent Greg Dover-Spike about the school board meeting from earlier this week. And Superintendent Dover-Spike, we've talked about this a little bit before with the challenge of getting staff and with open positions. Some districts are having hundreds of positions open. So obviously, those are larger districts. But at least for Durand, Arkansas School District, again, a bunch of folks were brought on board here over the last board meeting, and that is actually some very good news, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously, as most professions, or pretty much all professions of everybody I've talked to, we are seeing a teacher shortage, just like everybody else is seeing a shortage in their respective profession, and education is no different. It's a very difficult hiring season for us right now. Positions are hard to come by, or teachers are hard to come by to fill positions. So we felt lucky that we had a couple of late resignations and we were able to fill those. So that's been a positive. So right now, actually, as we sit here on Friday morning, we've actually filled we have an agreement in place with Elmwood to provide the chemistry support that we need. The situation with Osseo Fairchild we talked about last month kind of fell through, but we have an agreement with Elmwood to provide chemistry to our students 2 periods a day. So, right now we are fully staffed. We have a couple of, from a teaching perspective, we have a couple pairs left to fill. which isn't uncommon this time of year, but, and we're abnormal. I know I have several colleagues that are struggling to fill positions still as we speak today. And you mentioned the larger schools, Eau Claire, Menominee, they have, quite a few positions left to fill. And I think the struggle you're starting to see is, as long with that as well is also trying to keep the ones that you have, because the larger schools are coming in and offering some things that, quite frankly, the smaller schools can't match. And so, it's a difficult situation, and everybody's trying to do the best. But that's where I think as school districts, we need to start working together instead of just stealing from each other. We need to be more creative in solutions to provide the best education for everybody, not just worry about ourselves and what's the best interest of all the kids across the area, the region, the state, instead of just worried about what's best for my little cocoon. I understand we all want to try to do what's best for our own kids, but in the end, it's what's important for everybody, because all kids contribute to the society in the future that makes us a better place.
The district, the school board did also discuss the creation of a loyalty stipend to try to keep that retention. So how will that work?
Yeah, we're going to a loyalty stipend where we're going to give one-time payments to individuals when they meet milestone years like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Every 5 years, they'll receive a one-time payment for being loyal to the district. The one difference between our loyalty stipend and some other school districts, there's not a ton of school districts that have something like this, but ours is a loyalty stipend, not necessarily a longevity stipend, and the difference may seem minuscule, but the way ours works is if you finish your 25th year at the end of this year, hypothetically, and you start your 26th next year, we will give you your one-time payment for completing your 25th year. So it's not like you can complete your 25th year and then quit and go somewhere else and you still get your money. You have to actually come back the next year to start, with the one caveat being those that are fortunate enough to be able to retire at the end of their 25th, 30th year, whatever. We're not going to hold them hostage. We'll still honor their long-term loyalty to the district as a retired employee. But, this is eligible to all employees, and we're just trying to kind of retain what we have, become attractive, and also just thank those that have been loyal to our district for a while. And I think it's a great move by the school board to once again try to show our employees that we care. And like I said, the market's getting such where, private sector is also coming after teachers. And so we have to be creative in what we do to try to retain what we have.
Meanwhile, the Human Resources Committee and the board also talked about the professional and support staff salary schedule elimination. Is that another way to try to attract people? Because I know that if you have that schedule set in stone, you may not fit a Brian who's got this amount of experience, or a Greg who may be just coming in. There might be some mismatches here. Was that the reason behind that?
Partially, yeah. I mean, I think it kind of moves us closer to how probably private sector handles employees. We don't have we got rid of the salary structure per se, where, you get paid this and then next year is this and next year is this. We're going to a 3% increase on salary for all employees, but like you said, we're eliminating the idea. So it just gives administration greater flexibility when we're negotiating with individuals to bring them on board. We're not necessarily tied to a structure. And I think it gives us greater flexibility, and it also gives employees probably a little better opportunity to advance. It kind of came about after some conversations with an employee group about best ways to go forward. And I just think at the end, it kind of gets us closer to a private sector concept and away from the traditional salary schedule that's always been a fixture in public education. And I don't think it's a bad move. I think it's the right move for us to continue to try to support employee growth, support our current employees, and also, help retain and recruit better employees going forward, and just continue to evolve as an institution.
That is Durand, Arkansas School Superintendent Greg Doverspike. You're listening to the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show. We have a second half action coming up with Durand and Spring Valley. It's Durand Panther boys football here on WRDN.
The real deals from Durand Fresh Market can now be found online. Visit freshmarketwi.com and sign up to have weekly ad alerts sent right to your inbox. Find printable national coupons and learn even more ways to save by signing up for the Durand Fresh Market Text Club. Looking for new recipes? freshmarketwi.com has over 5,000 recipes to explore and to try out. Have a suggestion or a product request? You can make it online. Your hometown grocery store is Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand, and now online at freshmarketwi.com.
And welcome back to the Bauer Built Sports Complex. Halftime with Spring Valley leading 7-6. We just extended the halftime another 3 minutes as we have the warm-ups here. The Panthers are out now doing their warm-ups, but Spring Valley just came back out and they want to have a chance to do some warm-ups as well. So they put on an extra 3 minutes here. And we'll get our third quarter underway in just a couple of minutes, with the Cardinals leading by a score of 7-6. We did get an update on the Packer game. It was 13-3. Packers were leading. That was a little bit ago, though. That was just before halftime. As we get ready for the third quarter, Spring Valley will be receiving the kickoff. And then we'll get things underway here in just a moment. Both teams had one pretty good drive and then a little bit a turnover, as the Cardinals did have the one turnover on it was on fourth down, so it really wouldn't have mattered, as we still would have the Panthers would have received the ball anyway, so it didn't really matter on that. But the Panthers were able to convert that fumble recovery into a touchdown. The two-point conversion was no good. Spring Valley then, they did get the ball back. They were able to move down and were able to score, and extra point was good. Trying to see if we can't get a score or two on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Looks like nothing really is updated yet, so we'll try and do that here at the end of the game. But we're ready to go for our second half with the Panthers to kick it off to get things underway. And here we go. And line drive type kick taken at the 15 to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. Straight ahead we go. And that's Riley to the 35, up to the 40-yard line. Straight ahead, that was Riley, and the Cardinals will have some great field position, or check that Stasic will someone with the return, and Cardinals have some good field position to start this second half. 1st and 10 from the 40. So Cardinals come to the line. Two wide receivers on the far side. Single back in the backfield. In Schmidt. Governoski now waits for the snap. Hands it off to Schmidt. Straight ahead we go. And he pushes the pile forward up to about the 42.5-yard line before the Panthers push back. Ethan Burr in on the stop.
Gain of 3, 2nd and
Or Ethan Bruner, rather, in on the stop. All right. And so 2nd down and 7, we'll call it. Again, 2 wide receivers on the far side. 2 wing backs, handoff again. Nope, this time Governoski keeps it himself, gets it to the outside. He's to the 50, the 45, and he'll be down to the 42-yard line. And he'll be into Panther territory, finally brought down at about the 41-yard line. Cole Weisenbeck in on the stop. That was one of those where he handed it off, and then he went ahead and took the ball back. So Governoski now under center, waiting for the snap. Single back in the backfield. And back to pass we go. Governoski, he throwing to his right. And it's going to be caught. What a nice catch by number 10, Cade Stasic, all the way down to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
First down, Spring Valley. Ryan Mason on the tackle.
So Mason in on the stop. Clock stopped at 10:52. Cardinals to the line now. Governoski waiting for the snap. And it's going to be a handoff to Schmidt. Breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle. Does a spin move, and he'll get down to the 16-yard line. And Whitwam in on the stop, Ethan Whitwam. Well, they're going to move it back to about the 17. This is where they will officially mark it. Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. Clock running down to 10:28 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 7-6, Cardinals lead and are threatening. And so coming out for the Panthers is Hartung. Coming back in will be it's like Magnus Lukic comes in. So Governoski now under center. Single back in the backfield in Schmidt. 2 wide receivers on the near side. And Governoski rolls to his right, pitches it off. That's number 10. He's going to get, that's Stasic. He gets knocked out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. Did the option play, option right. So with Whitwam in on the stop. And so now it'll be 1st and goal from the Panther 6.
1st and goal from the 6.
Governoski now under center. Waits for the snap. Hands it off to Schmidt. Oh, and it's going to be a big hit. Wow. That was number 64. I thought the ball came flying out. That was Ethan Herman. Just blew through the line right at the point of the attack on the handoff. And Schmidt goes nowhere, loses a yard. Was lucky they didn't fumble the ball. So 2nd and goal. And clock running down to 9:30. Cardinals come to the line. As Governoski now waits for the snap. Man goes in motion. And it's going to be handoff again and again. Coming busting through the line is Eli Whitwam. Blows that play up. And so no gain on the play. I think the blitz has been on the last couple of plays here. And so now 3rd and goal. Robelia was in on the carry.
Eli Whitwam on the tackle.
And so the Cardinals come to the line for 3rd and goal. Governoski under center. This time it's Forrester in the backfield. Man goes in motion. Whoa! Offsides. Well, that's how you slow the rush. Change the count. So half the distance to the goal now makes it a little bit easier for the Cardinals. And now they bring the battering ram back in.
Third and goal from the 3.
So 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Panthers trying to prevent the Cardinals from scoring here in this 3rd quarter. Clock running down to 8:22 left in the 3rd. Cardinals lead 7-6. Man goes in motion. And it's going to be Gavranoski. Keeps it himself. And is he in? No, he's not. But it'll be 4th and inches.
Gavranoski on the carry. Short of the goal line. 4th and goal.
So 4th and goal now for the Cardinals. Well, they converted 4th down last time at the goal line.
Mason Hooper on the tackle.
Hooper in on the stop for Durand. And so Cardinals now come to the line, waiting for the snap. Timeout. Timeout Spring Valley with 7:25 remaining in the 3rd quarter, 7-6. Cardinals lead. And thank you to O'Galley Cheese Factory for all of your snacking needs. They feature cheese, locally made beef sticks, sausage, and more. Open 7 days a week, Highway 25 Durand. Numbers are us, Common Sense Bookkeeping, and more. They're certified QuickBooks Pro Advisor and Daily Money Manager. Call 672-8093 or visit them online at numbersareus.com. Also, Durand Smokehouse. For all of your grilling needs, visit Durand Smokehouse, Highway 25 Durand. Ask about the beef and pork bundles. 24/7 in West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Find out more, visit wwt.coop and Provisions Healthcare of Durand. Changing the way you experience healthcare, visit provisions.health for more information. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make the broadcast possible here in WRDN. So please thank them for supporting those broadcasts. On the road next week. Reminder for road games, it's always going to be a little bit of a challenge, especially for football. If we will not know if we're going to be able to video stream the game until game time. It's as simple as that. All right, so here we go. So under center now. Gavranoski waits for the snap. Keeps it himself. Quarterback sneak, touchdown. Make it 13-6 now. Cardinals on the quarterback sneak. And they'll go for the extra point. And ball down, kick is on the way. Kick is good. 14-6. Cardinals lead over the Panthers with 7:23 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Thank you to Thrivent Financial, your Thrivent Financial advisor, Darcy Brown and the Red Cedar team. Visit them at their offices on Broadway Street in Menominee. Also, Riverside Grill, or Durand Napa as well. Farmers visit Durand Napa for custom hoses, bulk fluids, filters, tools, parts, and more to keep your equipment running on the farm, especially with harvest just around the corner. Alcivia Co-op, to get your snowblower ready for winter, have Alcivia Co-op Small Engine Center. Get that snowblower ready before the snow flies this winter. I know it's August, but with some of the wacky weather we've been having, never know. We might get a snowstorm next week, right? Cell Block. Visit the Cell Block for Fish Fry Fridays, where they have the all-day soup and salad bar. And Martin Transport. Visit their website at martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. So the kickoff is picked up at the 20. And that is going to be Hartung with the return.
Caleb Erickson on the tackle. First and 10, Panthers from the 26.
So 1st and 10 for Durand from the 26. Two wide receivers now on the far side. Hartung waiting for the snap. Man goes in motion. And low snap, and it's going to be handed off to Mason, looks like. Oh, check that. That was Hartung with the carry. Snap went to Whitwam. And so gain of 2 on the play, up to about the 28. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
28.
From the 28-yard line, Panthers come to the line. Hartung and Whitwam wait for the snap. Man goes in motion and Mason, hand off to Mason. Mason goes around the left side to the 30, to the 35, bounces it out to the outside, crosses the 40, knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. And in on the stop was Stashik in on the stop for the Cardinals. 1st and 10 for Durand, Arkansas. And so Panthers now come to the line. As Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. This time it's Hartung. Straight ahead he goes to the 45. Gets held up, but then crosses the 50 and pushes the pile forward to the 48-yard line. Stashik in on the stop once again, but another 1st down for the Panthers.
And Gabrowski on the tackle.
So clock continues to run. 6:23 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 14-6 Spring Valley. 2 wide receivers on the far side. Hartung and Whitwam wait for the snap. Mason in motion. Low snap. Hands it off to Mason. Mason tries to go around the outside. Breaks the tackle to the 45. To the 40. Stays on his feet down at the 36-yard line. Make it the 37. They'll officially mark it. Another 1st down for the Panthers. That was a low snap. Didn't know if that was going to work out, but it did. As Mason was able to break 1 tackle, and then he was off to the races for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 from the 37 of the Cardinals. Panthers come to the line. This time everybody a little more in tight. Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. Good snap to Mason. Mason on the left side now. To the 35, to the 30. Breaks it to the outside to the 25. Oh, he's tripped up. Gabrowski. Man, he makes the trip. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Boy, he doesn't trip up that Mason. Mason maybe gets another 10, 15 yards or maybe breaks it all the way. Panthers on a good run right now as they come to the line. 1st and 10 from the 25. As waiting for the snap now. Whitwam. Nope, it's going to be to Hartung. Straight ahead, Hartung goes. Breaks it to the left. Crosses the 20 down to the 19-yard line. So the Panthers found the running game here going. Stashik in on the stop. And so now it makes it 2nd and 4 from the 25-yard line. Or make that from the 19-yard line, 2nd down and 4. As Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. This time to Whitwam, straight ahead he goes. He's going to get hit right away, but he pushes the pile forward, darn close to a 1st down. Schmidt in on the stop, but it looks like it's enough for a 1st down. And that's what they say. So 1st and 10 for Durand from the Cardinal 15. As Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. This time to Hartung. He's going to try to cut up the middle. That time, not a lot of running room. Initially blowing up that play was Jamison Bauer for the Cardinals. Gain of about 1.
Gain of 1.
2nd and 9.
From the 14.
Clock continuing to run down to 4:24. 14-6 Cardinals lead. 3rd quarter. Panthers threatening. Two wide receivers now on the left. Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. Handoff is to Mason. On the jet sweep to the 10, to the 5, bounces it outside. He'll be taken down by Stashik, but not until another first down at the 4-yard line. So, first and goal from the 4. Hartung and Whitwam come up to the line, waiting for the snap. Mason wingback goes in motion. This time it's to Whitwam. He follows Hartung, pushes the pile forward. He's short. And it's going to be second and goal.
Whitwam on the carry.
At about the 1-yard line.
Forster on the stop.
Forster on the stop. A nice drive by the Panthers after Spring Valley took the opening kickoff for the touchdown. Panthers, a nice response here. Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. High snap. Hartung takes it. Touchdown. Dawson Hartung with the touchdown to make it 14-12. Spring Valley, and now the Panthers will try to tie the game with a 2-point conversion. All right, so Panthers trying to tie the game at 14. Waiting for the snap now. Man goes in motion to Mason. It's going to be a pitch to Mason, going to the outside, cuts it upfield, he's in. 2-point conversion's good. Mason just got across the line on the pitch to the left, and we are tied at 14 with 3:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Thank you to Durand Improvement Group. Many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events throughout the year. You can call a DIG member or go online at durandimprovementgroup.org. Ryan's Sports Shop. Visit Ryan's Sports Shop for all of your fishing needs, including the 24-hour bait and tackle center. And that's right next to Ryan's Sports Shop, downtown Durand. Anubis Silo, your Coyote tractor dealer. Anubis Silo, Highway 25 Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN and also online at our website at realcountry1430.com. So a nice drive by the Panthers to respond to the Cardinals' touchdown, which opened up this half, and we are tied at 14. Some nice running by the Panthers on that drive. Boy, some big gains. And so it's exactly what they wanted to do. Okay, so here we go as the Panthers will kick it away. In this third quarter, Panthers are going from right to left. Spring Valley left to right. Whitwam to kick it off. And it's a line drive kick. Taken at the 25 to the 30. Straight ahead we go. It's Stashik. He breaks it in the open field to the 50, to the 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. It's going to be a touchdown for Spring Valley. Spring Valley returns the kickoff for a touchdown. Stashik with the return. And the Cardinals once again lead 20-14. And so now they'll try to kick the extra point and make it 21-14.
This is sad.
And so Stashik now will kick the extra point. Ball down, kick is on the way, and it's good. And so that makes it a 21-14 game with 2:54 remaining here in this third quarter. Thank you to our sponsors, including the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations. Find out about pre-planning services online at goodrichfh.com. SFB, Security Financial Bank. Electronic banking is easy. 212 West Prospect Street, Durand. Advent Health, Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit adventhealth.com for more information. And Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. Call them now for end-of-year tax planning, 672-4425, and schedule your appointment today. Please thank our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN as we are... Panthers now will get the ball back after the kickoff return for the touchdown by the Cardinals. 21-14, Spring Valley, 2:54 remaining in this third quarter. And back deep for the Panthers, Dawson Hartung and Eli Whitwan, or check that, Ryan Mason. Stashik now to kick it away again. And it's going to be short. And it's going to be picked up by an up man. That is number 47, and that is Lucas Tron. He'll cross the 40 up to the 42-yard line, we'll call it. So the Panthers have good field position to start with 2:50 remaining in the third.
First and 10, Panthers from the 42.
So here we go as Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. This time it's going to be to Hartung. Straight ahead we go. And he'll cross the 45 up to the 46.
Jamison Bauer on the tackle.
Bauer in on the stop for Spring Valley.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Gain of 5, second down and 5.
The 47.
From the 47-yard line. As Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. Man goes in motion. And it's going to be a handoff to Mason. Mason back the other way. And he cuts back into the 5th, crosses the 50, up to the 46-yard line of the Cardinals. It's a first down. So Mason gets the first down. Jamison Bauer in on the stop.
First and 10 Panthers from the 46.
Panthers come to the line as Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. Good snap, and it's going to be a handoff. And this time it's to Hartung on the sweep, and he'll go up the middle now and will be stopped at the 41-yard line. Landon Jorgensen in on the stop. Gain of about 5, we'll call it. Second down and 5. As Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. Good snap, handoff this time to Mason. Left side sweep to the 35, and he'll be taken down at about the 31-yard line. As with the stop was Stashik with the stop. And it'll be at the 31-yard line of the Cardinals, but first and 10 for Durand. So Panthers have another nice methodical drive here going. As they wait for the snap, this time to Hartung. Hartung, he'll go around the right side and of the line up to the 25-yard line. Gain of 6, second down and 4. Jamison Bauer in on the stop. Well, Panthers just kind of running at will here, getting 5 or 6 yards, it seems like, at a crack, which is exactly what you want. Clock down to 40 seconds left in the third quarter. 21-14 Spring Valley. Panthers will come to the line. Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. Mason is the wing back on the right side. Mason goes in motion. This time it's going to be to Whitwam. Straight ahead we go. And he'll have enough for a first down.
Eli Whitwam on the carry.
And we'll see where they officially mark it. And, yep, first down. And so it will be at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10 for Durand. 20 seconds remaining. They're going to let the clock run out, which means we are going to go to the fourth quarter with Spring Valley leading by a score of 21-14. You're listening to Panther football here on WRDN.
Get up to $80 back by mail on a Firestone Visa prepaid card when you buy a set of 4 eligible tires. Get up to $110 when you make an eligible tire purchase with your CFNA credit card. Offer ends September 15th. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Your Firestone tire dealer is Bauer-Built Tire and Service in Durand and on Mall Drive in Eau Claire. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. See Bauer-Built Tire and Service or FirestoneRewards.com for details.
Looking for your favorite country hits from the 60s through the 2000s? Then our new internet channel is just for you. Rural Root Country has all of your classic country favorites, along with rural lifestyle programs from Brian Winnikins, Susan Littlefield, Sabrina Halverson, Betsy Freeze, and more. It's easy to listen. Just log on to ruralrootcountry.com and hit play. Sign up for notifications of new programs and features. For all your country hits and rural lifestyle programs, listen to Rural Root Country at ruralrootcountry.com.
And welcome back to the Bauer-Built Sports Complex as we are ready for the fourth quarter, or getting ready for the fourth quarter. We'll switch sides on the field. Panthers for this fourth quarter will be going from left to right, Spring Valley right to left. Panthers threatening once again. Cardinals still leading 21-14. And Durand will have a first down at the 21-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 21. As Panthers now come to the line, as Whitwam and Hartung will wait for the snap. Excuse me. Mason is the wingback, and this time it's going to be the Hartung going to the right. Has some blockers out front, but the Cardinals managed to break up the blockers, but Hartung turns something into nothing. Gets down to about the 18-yard line, so gain of about 3 on the play. Looked like he was going to be tied up in the backfield. And so it will be 2nd down, and we're going to call it 7 after the gain of 3.
2nd down and 7 from the 18.
As waiting for the snap now is Whitwam and Hartung. Mason goes in motion. It's going to be a pitch to Mason. We're going to the left. He's going to try and get the corner. He does get the corner. He'll be close to a first down, but I think he's going to be just a bit short. It'll be 3rd and 1. He'll be at the 12-yard line, 3rd and 1 from the 12.
Kate Stasic with a stop. 3rd down and 1 from the 12.
So Panthers now to the line. Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. Mason goes in motion. This time to Whitwam. Straight ahead he goes. He's going to be crossing the 10 down to the 9. And that's enough for a first down. 1st and goal for Durand.
Bartko on the tackle. First and goal from the 9.
And Brian Winnikins with you, along with Brighton Nordby. He's running the camera tonight, and one of the students from Durand, Arkansas School. Thanks to Brighton for helping out tonight. As Panthers now come to the line, 1st and goal. As Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. Good snap, and it's going to be handoff to Mason. Mason going to the right. He should get in. Touchdown! As Ryan Mason scores the touchdown. And the Panthers cut the lead as it makes it 21-20 now, Cardinals. And so now Panthers will go for 2. No, they're gonna try to go now for the 2-point conversion. As here we go. And wait for the snap to Hartung. Hartung bounces it out to the right. Oh, no, they're going to say he just crossed. He just crossed to make it 22-21. Panthers leading. And so there's 10:40 remaining in the game. And so the Panthers take the lead for the second time in the game tonight after the touchdown. Thank you to our high school sports sponsors, including Charles LP Gas and Appliance, offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service downtown Durand. Prime Realty, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealtymidwest.com. Adams Super Service, your Napa Gold Car Care Center, downtown Durand. Adams Super Service and Prime Realty are also our streaming audio sponsors at our website. NTech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. And the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible on WRDN, listening to Durand Panther Boys football here on Real Country 1430 AM stereo, WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM translator, W297CH Durand. So the Panthers lead with 10:40 remaining at 22-21. Yes, here we go now as Whitwam to kick it away. And here we go. It's going to be a line drive kick. Oh, caught by an up man. That's number 52. Nice catch by Walter Holstead. That was one of those like, whoa, look, hey, Mom, look what I got. And he'll be stopped at the 46-yard line, and that's where the Cardinals will start their drive. I guess it was one of those where didn't want to kick it the ball deep, to allow a return to be set up. So you kind of squib it. So here we go as Governoski now under center. Single wide receiver on the far side. Man goes in motion. This is Schmidt, and he'll go forward, cross the 50 to 49-yard line, just inside Panther territory. Second down, and we'll call it long. Oh, we're going to call it second down, about 6, gain of 4 in the play. They moved him back. And Bruner in on the stop for the Panthers. And so now, Governoski will under center. Single wide receiver on the far side. Schmidt is the back in the backfield. Man goes in motion. It's going to be a quick throw. Caught. Throw to the right, and that is going to be number 8. Justin Riley with the catch, and that'll be good enough for a first down to the Panther 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Hurlbert's in on the stop. Clock running down to 9:49 remaining in the game. Panthers lead 22-21. Coming up, our Bowerville Panther post-game show. Try to get some scores as well on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. As Governoski now waiting for the snap. And handoff to Schmidt, goes on the right side. He crosses the 40, stays on his feet, but then is forced out of bounds at about the 36-yard line on the far side. Yeah, a host of Panthers there. Let's see, I see getting off the pile Ryan Mason, also number 60. Mason Hoopert's in on the stop as well. So second down, and we'll call it 5 from the Panther 36. Governoski under center. Schmidt in the backfield. Everybody in tight. Man goes in motion. And Governoski going to keep it himself. Now he gets around the right side. Makes the corner. Crosses the 35. Down to about the 34.
Governoski on the carry.
And stopped.
To the 34. 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 now. And on the stop, Ethan Whitwam.
Ethan Whitwam and Ryan Mason on the tackle.
Ryan Mason also helping out. As Cardinals now come to the line on 3rd down, and we'll call it 3. Single wide receiver on the near side. Excuse me. Governowski hands it off to Schmidt. Straight ahead we go. He has enough for a first down and then some. Pushes the pile forward, crosses the 30. Then the pile starts to push back.
Schmidt on the carry. First down, Spring Valley.
So first down for Spring Valley.
First and 10 from the 29.
So first and 10 from the 29. Cardinals come to the line. Single wide receiver on the far side. Governowski now waiting for the snap. Man goes in motion. Back to pass he goes. Here comes the blitz. He gets hit as he throws. And it's going to be nearly intercepted and nearly caught at the same time. Breaking it up was Mason. He tipped it and nearly picked it off. But with the tip, Discus had a chance to make the catch. Second and 10.
From the 29.
And so as the Cardinals now come to the line, two wide receivers here on the near side. Governowski waits for the snap. And it's going to be Governowski keeping it himself, but blowing up the play. I'll tell you what, he faked the handoff, but who blows up that play? Number 63, and that is Ethan Whitwam. He totally blew it up and messed up the timing, which let the rest of the Panther defense finish him off. But a great job by Whitwam to blow up that play. Loss back to the 31-yard line. Third down here coming up. Well, Panthers need another big stop to at least make the fourth down a lot more difficult, or might even give Spring Valley pause to say, let's just punt it. Two wide receivers now on the far side. Governowski now, this time he's going to go out of the shotgun. There's Schmidt next to him. Man goes in motion. Governowski back to pass. Rolls to his right. Here comes the rush. Rolling. Heaves her up, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. And trying to potentially make a catch was number 7 for the Panthers, trying to intercept it, Ethan Hurlbert, but really wasn't going to have a chance at it. Now fourth down coming up. 4th and 12, we'll call it, from the Panther 31. And so now we'll see. Will they try to maybe do the pooch kick and try to pin the Panthers deep again? Most likely the ball goes out of the end zone and it's a touchback, so you're only getting 11 yards of field position. They're going to go for it. They'll go for it on 4th and 12. Well, here we go. Governowski under center. Two wide receivers now on the far side. Single back in the backfield. Man goes in motion. Governowski back to pass. Protection good. He's going over the center, and it's going to be knocked down and broken up by number 17. And that is Brady Weber. Breaks up the pass intended for Riley, and the Panthers force the turnover on downs and will take over with 6:44 remaining and leading 22-21.
Durand will take over on downs, 1st and 10 from the 30.
And so now coming up to the line is Whitwam and Hartung waiting for the snap. This time it's to Hartung. Here comes the blitz. He breaks one tackle. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Well, this time Spring Valley sold out to the run. And it'll be a second down.
Joel Anderson on the stop. No gain. Second down 10.
That's when you get some problems. As Panthers now come to the line. And two wide receivers on the far side. Man goes in motion to Mason. Hand off to Mason. Mason's going to go around the right corner. Gets it for the 40. As he is on the far side, and he'll be close to the first down. He's out of bounds. It's going to be left foot, right foot here. Let's see once. Nope, they're going to call that a first down. All right. So first and 10 for the Panthers. Clock stopped at 6:01 remaining in the game. Panthers lead by 1, 22-21. So waiting for the snap now, Whitwam and Hartung. Mason in motion. This time it's going to be to, looks like that was Hartung with the carry. Gets a couple of yards up to about the 43-yard line. Well, they're going to move him up one to the 44, so second down and 7. Clock running under 6 minutes remaining.
Ball on the 44.
As waiting for the snap now. Whitwam and Hartung. Man goes in motion. Handoff to Mason. Mason tries to break a tackle, and they can't do it this time. Blowing up that play, number 63.
Tackled for a loss by Parsons.
Or check that, number 53, and that's Macon Parsons with the stop. And a big loss back to the 39-yard line brings up third down and 12. And now we're at the 5-minute mark. Panthers are going to need a big play here to keep the ball and the clock, more importantly, the clock running. As Whitwam and Hartung now wait for the snap. Man comes in motion. Here comes the blitz. Back to pass. And it's going to be caught. What a catch and a throw. Caught by Ethan Hurlburt and enough for a first down. And so a first down all the way down to the Cardinal 42-yard line. So first and 10 from the 42. Clock continuing to run now. Down to 4:25 remaining in the game. Panthers lead 22-21. Trying to salt this away. As Whitwam and Hartung now wait for the snap. Mason on the wing on the right. Now they're taking time. Mason goes in motion. Good snap. Whitwam straight ahead. Crosses the 40. Puts his head down to about the 38-yard line. That's what the Panthers just wanting to use as much time as possible. So second down and about 6, we'll call it, for the Panthers.
Second and 6 from the 38.
And coming up to the line now, Panthers come up to the line. Whitwam and Hartung waiting for the snap. Mason is the wing back on the right. And it's going to be to Hartung this time. Straight ahead he goes. Breaks one tackle, crosses the 35, down to about the 34.
Down to the 34.
And clock continuing to run. Down to 3:11 left in the game. Schmidt in on the stop for Spring Valley. See when the Cardinals, if they start using their timeouts, they have all 3 of their timeout, or they have 2 timeouts remaining rather. And so now third down and waiting for the snap. And they wait for the snap. This time it's to Whitwam. Straight ahead he goes. I don't think he got the first down this time.
Dawson Hartung on the carry.
Oh, Hartung in on the carry. And it's going to be short down to the 33-yard line. They got to get to the 32. Approaching 2:18 left in the game. Panthers will go for it, obviously. Again, the field position you give up is only going to be 12 yards, so you're better off going for it at this point. 4 down territory. 2 wide receivers now on the right. Waiting for the snap. This is to Hartung. Hartung straight ahead. Here we go. Across the 30. That's a first down. So the Panthers will keep the ball. And in on the stop, it was Jamison Bauer for Spring Valley. So first and 10 now for the Panthers. As Whitwam gets the play. Panthers now to the line. And Whitwam and Hartung wait for the snap. Mason is the wing back on the right. This time right to Hartung. Hartung crosses the 25 down to the 24. And now we get a timeout, Spring Valley. So Spring Valley will take their timeout, their second timeout, thanks to Jerry Bear and Sons. Farmers receive cash discounts with fall seed orders coming up. Jerry Bear and Sons, located by Annabeth Silo, Highway 25 Durand. Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. Bowerville Tire and Service for all of your tire needs, rotations, oil changes. It's Bowerville Tire and Service, Prospect Street, Durand. The Cottage, downtown Durand. From floral arrangements to gifts for mom, visit the Cottage, downtown Durand. The JKO Auto Body Shop featuring metal fabrication, custom painting, and more, and along with collision repair too and car restoration. That's the JKO Auto Body and Auto Body Shop, downtown Durand. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store, Durand Fresh Markets. Don't forget to sign up for their texting club and receive some additional discounts from Durand Fresh Market. O'Galley Cheese Factory for all of your snacking needs. They feature cheese, locally made beef sticks, sausages, and more. They're open 7 days a week. Highway 25, Durand. Numbers R Us, Common Sense Bookkeeping, and more. They're a certified QuickBooks Pro Advisor and Daily Money Manager. Visit them online at numbersrus.com. Durand Smokehouse for all of your grilling needs. Oh, Labor Day just around the corner, you bet. Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85, Durand. Ask about the beef and pork bundles. 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Please thank our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. Second down and 4 now. Handoff to Hartung. Straight ahead we go. Crosses the 15. He'll have enough for another first down. Thanks to Provisions Health, changing the way you experience health care. Visit provisions.health for more information. And we get another timeout by Spring Valley, their third and final timeout. Your Thrivent financial advisor, Darcy Brown, and the Red Cedar team. Visit them at their offices on Broadway Street in Menominee. Durand Napa. Farmers visit Durand Napa for custom hoses, bulk fluids, filters, tools, and parts to keep your equipment running on the farm. Elsivia Co-op. They're your certified Ruby Fieldmaster distributor. Cell Block. Visit the Cell Block for Friday Fish Fry Fridays with all-day soup and salad bar. And Martin Transport. Visit their website at martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport, along with Durand Improvement Group. Many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events. Visit durandimprovementgroup.org. Ryan's Sports Shop. For all of your fishing needs, it's Ryan's Sports Shop. Don't forget about the 24-hour bait and tackle center at Ryan's Sports Shop. And Annabeth Silo, your Coyote tractor dealer. Annabeth Silo, Highway 25, Durand. Timeout's done, and now the Panthers, all they have to do is take a couple of knees, and they will win this game tonight by a score of 22-21. So the Panthers come back after the Cardinals return that touchdown, the kickoff for a touchdown. Panthers come back and win tonight's game, 22-21. Coming up, we have the Bowerbilt Panther post-game show. Try and see if we can't get some scores from our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. We'll be doing that. As Panthers just will continue to let the clock run. 40 seconds remaining. Kind of a low snap, but Whitwam grabs it, takes the knee.
Third down for the Panthers.
And so now third down, but they shouldn't even have to do another play. So the Panthers will start the season off 1-0 with the win over Spring Valley tonight. Made a few mistakes, but they were able to overcome those mistakes and win tonight's game. So our final score tonight, Panthers shouldn't have to even take another snap. I think we're going to be good, and that'll do it. Panthers win it tonight 22-21. Coming up, we have our Bowerville Panther postgame show. It's Durand Panther boys football here on WRDN.
Next week, Durand will travel to Prescott for Friday night game.
Looking for your favorite country hits
Thank
from
you,
the
everyone,
60s
for
through the
coming out.
2000s? Then our new internet channel is just for you. Rural Root Country has all of your classic country favorites, along with rural lifestyle programs from Brian Winnekins, Susan Littlefield, Sabrina Halverson, Betsy Freeze, and more. It's easy to listen. Just log on to ruralrootcountry.com and hit play. Sign up for notifications of new programs and features. For all your country hits and rural lifestyle programs, listen to Rural Root Country at ruralrootcountry.com.
Thank you for listening to tonight's Durand Panther Sports broadcast on WRDN. Now for the Bauer Built Panther post-game show, brought to you by Bauer Built Tire and Service, with locations in Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation, such as alignment, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built, built on service.
And welcome back to the Bauer Built Sports Complex, where the Panthers win tonight 22-21. Well, let's run down some scores as well from our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Mondovi, they are leading Gale Electric Trempealeau, or they're leading Gale Electric Trempealeau 26-0. St. Croix Central, they are leading Spencer Columbus Catholic 47-21. That in the third quarter. Halftime, Ellsworth was blowing out Arcadia 52-0. Glenwood City leading Oliva Strum 35-0. That at halftime. New Richmond over Medford 12-8 at halftime. Boyceville was leading Independence Gilmanton 14-3 at halftime. Rice Lake defeats Menominee tonight 26-21. And again, our final score, the Panthers win it 22-21. So congratulations to the Panthers. They go to 1-0 on the season, and Spring Valley is 0-1. We're going to take one final break, and then we will wrap things up from the Bauer Built Sports Complex. It's the Bauer Built Panther post-game show, brought to you by Bauer Built Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. It's Panther football on WRDN. Built Tire and Service, Durand.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built, built on service.
And again, final score tonight, 22-21. Panthers win it. Our next broadcast is next week. We will be traveling to Prescott as the Panthers take on Prescott in another non-conference game. We'll have the Advent Health Panther preview at about 6:40, 6:45, kickoff at 7 o'clock. A reminder, I always have to remind this for our video stream audience, that there is no guarantee I will be able to stream the game. It all depends on internet capabilities and what type of bandwidth I have available. And so it's not like during the basketball season where we always have Wi-Fi or we have hardwired internet right into the gym. Sometimes the press boxes don't have it, and I have to try to use my phone. So it will kind of depend on what happens with internet service in Prescott. We'll have the game on the radio. That always gets the priority. If we're able to do it with the stream, we will also do that as well. Again, thank you to all of our high school sports sponsors. Please thank them for all of their support. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Final score, the Panthers win it by a score of 22-21. You've been listening to Durand Panther boys football here on WRDN. I'm Brian Winnekins. Have a great evening.